These are three powerful foods that can dramatically reduce inflammation in your body after 60, and the science behind why they work might surprise you. If you're over 60, your body is fighting a battle you might not even realize is happening. Research shows that older adults have 2 to 4 times higher levels of inflammatory markers compared to younger people. This isn't just a number on a lab report. This chronic inflammation, sometimes called inflammaging, is quietly working against your joints, your heart, your brain, and your overall quality of life. But here's what's exciting. You have more control over this than you might think. While aging naturally increases inflammation, the foods you choose to eat can either fuel that fire or help put it out. And today, we're going to talk about three specific foods that science has proven can torch inflammation in your body, helping you feel more comfortable, stay more active, and protect your long-term health. Let me start with the most powerful inflammation fighter on our list, fatty fish. When I say fatty fish, I'm talking about salmon, sardines, mackerel, and herring. These aren't just tasty options for dinner, they're like medicine on your plate. The secret weapon here is omega-3 fatty acids, and the research on these compounds is absolutely compelling. A major randomized trial followed participants at risk for cardiovascular disease and found something remarkable. Those who followed a Mediterranean diet emphasizing seafood and other anti-inflammatory foods showed significantly decreased inflammation markers compared to those on a low-fat diet. We're not talking about small changes here. We're talking about measurable reductions in the inflammatory compounds that contribute to heart disease, arthritis, and cognitive decline. But omega-3s do more than just fight inflammation. They actively support your cardiovascular health by helping to reduce cholesterol levels. They help stabilize blood sugar, which becomes increasingly important as we age and our insulin sensitivity changes. And here's something that might really get your attention. Omega-3 fatty acids can lower your risk of cognitive decline and depression in older adults. Think about that for a moment. A simple change like including salmon in your lunch or dinner routine isn't just feeding your body, it's protecting your mind and your mood. The omega-3s in fatty fish support brain health at the cellular level, helping maintain the connections between neurons that keep your thinking sharp and your memory clear. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Fish can be expensive, or maybe you're not sure how to prepare it. But here's the thing. Even canned sardines or mackerel provide these same benefits. You don't need to buy the most expensive salmon fillet at the grocery store. A can of sardines on whole grain crackers or mixed into a salad gives you the same inflammation-fighting power. The second food on our inflammation-fighting list might already be sitting in your kitchen cabinet, but you might not be using it to its full potential. Extra virgin olive oil. Extra virgin olive oil contains something called oleocanthal, and this compound is truly remarkable. Scientists have discovered that oleocanthal works in your body similarly to ibuprofen, but without the side effects. It's a natural anti-inflammatory compound that your body can use to reduce inflammation at the cellular level. But oleocanthal isn't working alone. Extra virgin olive oil is also packed with antioxidants like vitamin E and polyphenols. These compounds offer additional anti-inflammatory effects and provide protection against something called oxidative stress, essentially the cellular damage that accumulates as we age. Here's a practical insight from the research. Studies have shown that simply replacing saturated fats like butter with monounsaturated fats found in olive oil can help you reduce your risk of developing chronic inflammatory conditions like type 2 diabetes and heart disease. This isn't about completely overhauling your diet overnight. It's about making smart swaps that add up to significant health benefits over time. The beauty of olive oil is how easy it is to incorporate into your daily routine. Use it instead of butter when you're cooking vegetables. Drizzle it over salads. Use it as a dip for whole grain bread. Each time you make this choice, you're giving your body compounds that actively work to reduce inflammation. And here's something important to remember. Not all olive oils are created equal.
You want extra virgin olive oil, which retains more of those beneficial compounds we just talked about. The processing that creates regular olive oil removes many of the anti-inflammatory benefits we're after. The third food on our inflammation-fighting list might be the most enjoyable: berries. Blueberries and raspberries are absolutely packed with compounds called polyphenols and antioxidants. These aren't just buzzwords, they're powerful molecules that support your brain health and protect your cells from inflammatory damage. Research on polyphenols from berries has shown something fascinating. They support neurogenesis, which is your brain's ability to create new neural connections. As we age, this process naturally slows down, but the polyphenols in berries can help maintain it. Studies have also shown that these compounds can reduce dementia risk, which is increasingly important as we get older. The antioxidants in berries work like tiny firefighters in your body, neutralizing free radicals that would otherwise cause cellular damage and trigger inflammation. Every handful of berries you eat is providing your body with tools to protect itself from the oxidative stress that contributes to aging and chronic disease. But berries do something else that's particularly valuable for adults over 60. They support cognitive function. The same compounds that fight inflammation help maintain sharp thinking and clear memory. In fact, the Mind diet, which emphasizes berries along with other brain-healthy foods, was found to significantly reduce the incidence of Alzheimer's disease in a study of 923 older adults. The practical beauty of berries is their versatility. Add a handful to your morning oatmeal. Keep frozen berries on hand for smoothies. Snack on fresh berries instead of processed snacks. Each serving is delivering powerful anti-inflammatory compounds directly to your cells. Now, let me explain how these three foods work together in your body to fight inflammation. Inflammation isn't just one process. It's a complex system that involves your gut health, your blood sugar levels, your cellular energy production, and the balance of different types of fats in your body. These three foods address inflammation from multiple angles simultaneously. First, they support gut health, which is crucial because much of your immune system actually resides in your digestive tract. A healthy gut means a more balanced inflammatory response throughout your body. Second, they provide antioxidants that neutralize free radicals before those compounds can trigger inflammatory processes. Think of this as preventive maintenance at the cellular level. Third, they help balance your blood sugar and insulin levels. When your blood sugar spikes and crashes repeatedly, it triggers inflammatory responses. The healthy fats and fiber in these foods help create more stable energy levels throughout the day. Fourth, fatty fish helps promote a healthy omega-3 to omega-6 fat ratio in your body. Most of us get too many omega-6 fats from processed foods and not enough omega-3s. This imbalance promotes inflammation, so adding more omega-3s helps restore the balance your body needs. And finally, these foods nourish your mitochondria, the energy factories in your cells, and reduce oxidative stress. When your cells can produce energy efficiently without creating excessive waste products, inflammation naturally decreases. The benefits of reducing inflammation after 60 extend far beyond just feeling better day to day, though that's certainly important. Research shows that incorporating anti-inflammatory foods can improve joint mobility and reduce pain. If you've been dealing with stiffness in the morning or discomfort after physical activity, reducing systemic inflammation might help you move more freely and comfortably. These foods can also boost memory and cognitive function. As Dr. Alex McDonald, a family physician, explains it, consuming anti-inflammatory foods helps neutralize the fire of chronic inflammation, protecting organs and improving the immune system's efficiency. Over time, consistently elevated inflammation can quietly damage tissues and organs, even in people who otherwise feel healthy. Your heart health benefits significantly from reduced inflammation. These foods support cardiovascular health, help reduce cholesterol levels, and can lower your risk of heart disease, which remains a leading health concern for adults over 60. Blood sugar stability is another major benefit. As our insulin sensitivity naturally changes with age, the anti-inflammatory properties of these foods help support better glucose metabolism and reduce the risk of developing type 2 diabetes. And here's something that might really matter to you on a day-to-day basis. Many people report enhanced mood and energy levels when they consistently eat anti-inflammatory foods. Chronic inflammation can contribute to fatigue and low mood, so reducing it often leads to feeling like yourself again. Let me share some practical strategies for incorporating these foods into your routine, because knowing what to eat is half the battle. You need to know how to make it work in real life. Start with one meal a day. Maybe that's an anti-inflammatory breakfast, like oatmeal topped with berries, ground flaxseed, and a drizzle of honey. Or perhaps it's swapping your usual afternoon snack for a handful of berries. Small, consistent changes are more sustainable than dramatic overhauls.
When you're grocery shopping, spend more time around the perimeter of the store. That's where you'll find fresh produce, whole grains, and lean proteins like fish. The center aisles tend to house more processed foods that can actually promote inflammation. Remember that whole foods should be the foundation of your anti-inflammatory approach, while supplements can help fill gaps, and things like turmeric, omega-3 supplements, vitamin D, and magnesium are commonly recommended for older adults. They can't replace the complex array of beneficial compounds you get from real food. These three foods fit beautifully into broader anti-inflammatory eating patterns that have been extensively studied. The Mediterranean diet, which emphasizes fresh fruits, vegetables, legumes, nuts, seafood, and olive oil, consistently shows up in research as one of the most effective approaches for healthy aging. The DASH diet, originally developed for blood pressure management, also emphasizes many of these same anti-inflammatory foods. And the MIND diet, which is specifically designed for brain health, includes all three of our featured foods as key components. Current research continues to reinforce the importance of dietary intervention for healthy aging. Studies are showing that plant-forward diets may help you live longer by lowering the risk of chronic diseases. Medical experts consistently recommend Mediterranean-style eating patterns, which naturally include our three inflammation-fighting foods. There's also a growing emphasis on food swaps as practical anti-inflammatory strategies, exactly what we've been talking about. Replacing inflammatory seed oils with olive oil, swapping butter for healthier fats, and choosing whole foods over processed options are simple changes with powerful cumulative effects. What I want you to remember from today is this: inflammation after 60 isn't inevitable, and you're not powerless against it. These three foods, fatty fish, extra virgin olive oil, and berries, are backed by solid research and can make a real difference in how you feel and function as you age. The beauty of this approach is its simplicity. You're not eliminating entire food groups or following complicated meal plans. You're making strategic additions and swaps that support your body's natural healing processes. Every serving of salmon, every drizzle of olive oil, every handful of berries is an investment in your comfort, mobility, and long-term health. Your body has an incredible capacity to heal and adapt even after 60. By choosing foods that work with your biology instead of against it, you're giving yourself the best possible foundation for staying active, independent, and comfortable in the years ahead.